And of course, I'm on the wrong page. There we go. Okay. How'd I end up there again? Wait a minute. Ah! Instagram. Okay. All right, let's get back to the gang here. Let's see if I can move that up a little bit. Hopefully it ain't in the way there, because I know some of y'all want to chat, and it's like half the time the things are coming up on the bottom of the screen where I can't see them. Okay, folks. Yeah, we're live here. It's time for some Doctor Who news. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on a strange, weird, diabolical level that even the great even the great regional High Baron, Battle Pope, Lymphalusa, the planet Yagahuga cannot stand its brilliance. Now, yeah, I just made all that up, but oh well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on the rumor mill lately, and I've seen this rumor pop up in my own personal mailboxes, and I've seen this same rumor popping up on Facebook. Now, no, you can't ask me favorite episodes or doctors. I keep telling folks, you might as well ask me what my favorite, song is or my favorite band. I have so many that I can't narrow it down to one. It's even the same in the classic era. I have so many classic era episodes, especially around the Philip Hinchcliffe era, that I don't know. I just can't narrow it down to one particular episode. I know it boggles the mind, but it's true. Okay, and there we go. I guess I'll leave that there. Alrighty. So, alright, we got a few people popping in on and off. Now, this is the rumor I've been hearing. Now, hang on, let me straighten this thing out. The camera's all boggly. Alright, here we go. Now, there is a rumor that's been, like I said, seen here in my private mailboxes as well as on Facebook, that as of 2022, the last two specials, and remember, this only popped up after the Mirror article, that in 2022, the two specials are the end of Doctor Who. And all right, remember, we're in rumor territory, okay? Just reminding you. And that there are no plans to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. The only special that's being planned right now is a 100th anniversary of the BBC special. So that's what I'm hearing. Okay, but like I said, I can't confirm it anywhere. At least not from anywhere official. So that, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, for you folks who are questioning the title. Earlier this week, we had a rumor, it wasn't a rumor, it was a report, that Tony Selby had passed away. And what happened was, it turns out it was a fella who worked behind the scenes. So it's still sad that, this family's lost, a family member and all that. It always is sad when you lose a close family member. But it turns out it wasn't the actor Tony Selby. And this has been confirmed by his agent. So the actor Tony Selby, who played Sabalam GLITZ, is still alive and well. Okay? The Tony Selby who passed away worked behind the camera. He was like an assistant director or something like that. He was, pretty well known in the BBC. So no, it's not Tony Selby the actor. He's alive. So, and the reason why I call it GLITZ Lives is when I first heard, that Tony Selby was alive, I was like, oh man, now all we need is, Brian Blessed to go, GLITZ is alive. Something like that. Oh yeah, the haters are going to blame Whittaker and Chibnall, but it has nothing to do with that. And I'll explain in a minute. Hang on. What happens is, the one side of the story I've heard, and remember, this is rumor, okay, is that Chibnall's contract's up in 2022, and he wants out. He wants nothing more to do with the show, especially after, some of the things a certain faction of the fandom has said and done. Whittaker, of course, is what we've heard to say, she's already binging out the door, okay? But like I said, we don't even have confirmation on any of that yet. But if it's true that he signed a 5-year, it would make sense because he took over back in 2017, 2022. It's over, all right? So if he's out and nobody wants to replace him, because that's the story I'm hearing, nobody wants the job. And I've been beating this into everybody's head for the last couple of years. They're hating on Chibnall. He's the worst thing to happen. I saw him club my baby seal. It's like, guess what happens when he leaves? I'm sorry, but if you think Chibnall was bad, just remember, this is the guy they had to talk into taking the job. Because nobody wants the job. They've seen how previous showrunners are treated, not only by certain factions of the fandom, but by the BBC uppers themselves. See, everybody blames Chibnall, Moffat, and all that for this, from everything from the fact they got rabies all the way down to their, their jock itch. And it's like, guys, you don't realize the only showrunner that I think had any real power was RTD, because they gave him carte blanche to bring this thing back, and bickety bam, it's a smash hit. But then he decides to leave. And the next guy comes in, and they're like, oh, we better keep some strings on this one. Nobody wants, you're right, Blake, that's the problem. Nobody wants the job. So, with Chibnall saying, that's it, I've done my 5 years, I'm gone. Also, there's rumors going around that, they're not going to have enough funding. I'm sorry, but if you drop your major shows in favor of crap that's been around for 1 billion years, that's on you. All right? Yeah, because there's some funding issues that have been talked about. Plus, there's other things being shifted around at the BBC. And it's like, plus the fact that they're getting their butts kicked by, streaming sites and things along that line. But, so, as I said right now, the rumor is this, and I'm going to lay it out for you folks since some of you just came in. The rumor I've heard, I've heard it from 3 places, 2 from private, and somebody mentioned it conspicuously on Facebook. So I don't know where they heard it, but they just happened to say the exact same thing I heard. 2022, the 2 Jodie specials, that's it. There are no plans for a 60th anniversary special. The only thing being planned for 2023 is the 100th anniversary special of the BBC. Well, BBC America is just one sliver. And you got to remember, as I explained before, the ratings have gone down on BBC America, but it's like, well, let me see. You're throwing Doctor Who out at 8 o'clock on Sunday night against like Walking Dead, Sunday Night Football, and all these other big league programs that are on the major streamers, not to mention the major networks. And that's why I said it was one bad kink in that whole plan of shifting the days was BBC America's going to get boned. And it's that, well, plus they're supposedly all united under one big umbrella now anyway, BBC Studios, but that's all political nonsense. So that's the rumor as of now. But like I said, I have nothing that says that's chiseled in stone and actually going to happen. So that's why I'm not panicking. Plus, as a lot of friends of mine have told me, why would the BBC, that has a show that's still scoring a base fandom of around 5.5 million a year, on the average rating, and plus, contrary to popular belief, and I love how there were guys running around screaming this to the rafters like they were sudden economic, majors. Suddenly they were accounting specialists. That, the merchandising's losing money. Or my other favorite one, the Funko Pop's going to drop Doctor Who. And yet the new Funko Plop, Funko Plop. I almost said Flunko Plop. Flunko Plop. What is that? It sounds like something you do in the toilet. The new Funko Pop Blitz game just came out with a whole string of Doctor Who figures in the game. But if they're dropping the figures, why'd they just put them in the game? You see what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, somebody's claiming they're only filming like 6 episodes for next year, and then they're filming the 2. I don't know. Like I said, I don't see that happening. They were supposed to be giving you 8 episodes for this year, but like, who knows? It's a weirdness. No, here's the problem. Big Finish are never going to take it over. Why? Because Nick Briggs does not want to be in the firing line. That's why. Why do you think he runs that nice, safe mail order space where they can do pretty much what they want? If you don't like what they want, you don't got to order it. So, plus, like I said, I don't see Nick Briggs taking over. I think he prefers to be where he is. Same thing with Jason Haig-Ellery and all that. Now, a lot of people have been going, how come they don't take the Big Finish stuff and put it to animations? And I'm like, because then you're transferring mediums, and that's a whole other gang of legal copyright lawyers you got to call up, and a whole other thing you've got to negotiate with the BBC, because then you're going from an audio medium to a visual medium, and that's a whole other ballpark. So, Nick Briggs has done television. He has the education and all that to do it. He's backed TV products before. Matter of fact, he was the mind behind An Adventure in Space and Time. That he'd been working on that for 10 years. He originally wanted to get that out for the 40th anniversary, but it didn't happen. All right, let's get to what we do have in stone for now. We'll go back to this in a minute, all right? All right, first off on the docket, we've got TARDIS lands on Sully Beach for Doctor Who filming. This is over in the Penarth Nub News. And there's some lovely pictures here. Now, a lot of people are saying this is a new outfit. And I said, I don't know. Because it looks like she's holding like something in her hand here. So I'm beginning to wonder if this does look like... Because you'll see Yaz here is wearing her jacket. So I think this is just a raincoat she threw on. Unless it is part of the scene, which would be interesting, It would be interesting if they did shift out her coat, for the last appearance season. Here we go. Check this out. Oh, hey. Maybe they can play some of that John Pertwee stuff, songs for vulgar sailors, whatever that thing was. And here's some, great shots here, over there. So they went out there to Penarth and, they shot some stuff, and they bring up some other stuff about other shootings that's not other other filmings that's going on out there. So if you want to go check that out, nice little site, Penarth Nub News. By the way, links are in the description box now. It's one of the reasons I love this software. Before I even go online, I can put the links down in the box for you. All right, Jodie Whittaker opens up on the ease of keeping series secrets amidst the exit rumors. I hate spoilers. Her and Amanda Gill answered fan questions, of course, during the Series 13 filming. Plus, they had a little session in this week's Doctor Who magazine. Here you go. That's fine. All right, fine. I don't find it that difficult to keep a secret, Amanda Gill said. I don't either agree. Jodie, you get used to it. I hate spoilers. Quite often, we really don't know what's going to happen in future episodes because we aren't told. It's a really good system besides. When I find out what's going to happen, I'm like, I'm glad you didn't tell me that. Now, when Taz and Cole and Bradley Walsh left, the only thing I kept getting asked was, are you staying on? And Gil added, I didn't know what to say, so I just kept saying, who knows? So, they go a bit of, there's this lovely cover, for Doctor Who magazine, for this week that came out. And I wanted to get on earlier this week, but there was a bunch of stuff going on. I didn't get a chance to. So, over here on the radiotimes.com, here you go. All right, Peter Capaldi, the P-Cap, the Cappenstein, the Capmeister, the Capinator, decapinated. I mean, what? Okay, is going to play a prime murder suspect in a new mind-bending thriller. He's back working with former Doctor Who producer Steve Moffat to play a murder suspect in this new thriller series. The Glasgow-born star of Think of It, local hero in The Crow Road, has been cast as a reclusive nomad driven by a murderous obsession in The Devil's Hour, which is being made for Amazon Prime Of course, we know what that is. Now, fellow Scott Alex Ferns and Call the Midwife star Jessica Raine will also be starring in the show, which focuses on a woman woken up every night by terrifying visions. Nikesh Patel, star of the new BBC comedies Starstruck, will play the detective leading a police manhunt for a killer behind a series of brutal murders. I heard this is being produced by Moffat as well as Sue Virtue. So not too surprising, he's picked his cast this way. Peter, of course, brilliant in every single thing he does. So nice to see Peter back on television once again, while Matt Smith's allegedly going to be in a Marvel movie and is currently trimming Karen Gillan's hedges out in the backyard next to the pool. All right, now the Ninth Doctor responds to all calls in August, and it's really nice that they're Big Finish is pumping these Ninth Doctor series out so quickly. I really loved the first one, The Ravagers. So I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, they've released the artwork and stories for response to all calls. This new set's due for release in August this year. But this time, Ninth Doctor answers cries for help from around the galaxies in a trio of audio adventures. And here's some stuff right here for the cast and crew and all that. And look at this lovely, lovely stuff here. Oh, yeah, dig it, dig it. Give me those ears, Eccleston. All right, here we go. So... And he goes a little bit into the synopses for each of the stories, so if you want to go check that out, here you go. And once again, on a sadder note, I would like to say this one's false, but Jackie Lane, who played Dodo Chaplet, has passed away at age 79. Dodo was one of those companions who kind of got a bad rep. If I remember right, she was not all around all that long. It was back in that post-Susan era when they were bouncing companions in and out like crazy. It's just, sad to hear she's no longer with us. Plus, from what I heard, from what I've read, she didn't like doing conventions. She was kind of shy and things like that. She did do Myth Makers and things along that line. But, so sad that she's passed away, age 79. Yeah, Jackie Lane. And if you want to see her clip from Myth Makers, here it is, linked to here from YouTube. All right, so once again, our condolences, to the family and whatnot who's out there at this time. Okay, let's get back to the chat room. Okay, I love PCAP and everything he does. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm going back to the chat here real quick. All right, Philip Olney, yes, that's what it means. If this rumor is true, there will be no more Doctor Who after 2022. That's it. And it has to do, once again, with BBC politics, but more along the line of like I said, this is what I heard. But like I said, the thing that I really don't like about this rumor, it just didn't happen to surface until after the Mirror article that said Jodie was leaving in 2022. So that's why I kind of on shaky ground with this one. But what they're claiming is there'll be 2 specials in 2022 during which Jodie will regenerate. You're not going to see who she regenerates into, basically. And then that's it. Nobody wants the job. Chibnall's contract is up and he wants out. He's not being fired. He's not being kicked out the door. He's not being shown the exit because Turd Roddick had a hemorrhoid that week. No, or Mecha Dum Dum couldn't, had her, I'm not even going to say that'd be mean against all women. But basically, yeah, his contract is up and he wants out. He said, that's it. I'm done. I've done my 5-year tour. I'm gone. And nobody wants to replace him. Now, the word going around is, and this is the first rumor I heard that even tied to this, was you're looking at a 2 to 5 year hiatus. Because even though, remember, everyone has said Doctor Who has been an utter failure since he took over, it's apparently still making enough money that they don't want to keep it off the air indefinitely. They want to keep it somewhere around, hanging around in the closet, so that way, they can keep pumping out the merchandise, as well as a show eventually. So that's what I've heard. It's you're looking at a minimum 2-year hiatus, possibly as much as 5, because they have to find a brand new showrunner, a brand new team. Like I said, a lot of people who have been working on the show, there's still people on there who've been around since the RTD era. So, like I said, I don't know if they've heard it. Like I said, I've only heard it in a couple places in private, email, message boxes. And then there was one guy who just happened to mention it out of the blue on Facebook, which caught me off guard because I'm like, okay, I've been hearing this on the DL for like a few weeks now. But also, like I said, one other thing I heard, somebody's claiming that they've already reviewed the series 13 episodes and said they sucked. And I'm like, there's not enough episodes put together to even constitute a pre-screening. So I don't see how that could even be true. It's like, also, how do you rate a season before it even airs? But, like I said, I don't like Mecha Dum Dum, especially when someone who claims to be a fan of the show opens up screaming, Doctor Who is losing viewers. I'm sorry. That shows me you're not a fan. You're just wanting to make money. I am an evil bastard, but like I said, it's not like I hate these people. I just hate the things they say and do because they've sold their souls to a corporate entity to make cash. I like that. I love how people claim to be fans. And like I said, they're out there cheering that something bad happened. And it's like half the time nothing bad did happen. Like I said, I make fun of them, but like I said, it's not like I said one mean, evil thing. By the way, I'm not confirming that person is or is not the one you've mentioned. Because then I could probably be flagged. Sorry, getting the dry throat. I'm sorry, but anybody to me who claims to be a fan of this show and then goes on and says it sucks, it's all bad, I'm going to cheer the fact that I think it lost ratings. That to me shows me you're not backing the show, therefore you're not a fan. Now, see, the big difference is, let's say you didn't like an episode. Okay, I didn't like the episode, blah, 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 okay. But then, the ratings are going down because the show is woke. I'm sorry, that's not constructive criticism. That's just pushing an agenda. Yeah, they make money off YouTube, that's right, because they've sold their souls. They've sold their fandom, they've sold their souls, they've sold their heart. And it just kind of ticks me off. Yeah, the evil algorithm. Like I said, I could have made this channel a success a long time ago. All you got to do is hit the promotion button and give YouTube money. And then magically anything you put out gets bumped up to the top of the search list. Like, how many of you have tried this? And this to show you how this works. I was screwing around earlier today. And what I like to do is, since it's the I think it's like the 39th or 40th anniversary. Oh, yeah, the 39th anniversary, because the movie came out in 82, of John Carpenter's The Thing. And one thing I like to do is I like watching people react to that movie. Especially, first time watches, because then you get to see the bug-eyed looks on their face when they realize they didn't have CGI back then, man. But I type in first time watching The Thing. By the time you're even out of the first few episodes, the first, say, 3 or 4 will actually be the thing you're looking for. Well, get it? The thing you're looking for. But then it goes to first time watching How to Train Your Dragon with somebody else. Or how to do this with blah, blah, blah. Or, the way called King Scorpion, whatever. That's because those channels have paid a subscription fee or promotion fee. They've paid to have their video bumped up, and they'll throw it up in there when you're not even looking for that particular video. Yeah, like I said, there's always going to be episodes that people don't like. That's understandable. But when you go out and cheer a show saying it all sucks because I don't like it, and then you cheer when, like, say, well, the ratings went down this episode, and I'm like, the one thing they can't ever, detect, they can't ever, break this one. And I keep telling them, if Jodie Whittaker's so bad, how come the lowest rated episode of New Who to this day was The Eaters of Light, which I think got like less than 3 million on the overnights. And even then, that wasn't Peter Capaldi and Stephen Moffat's fault. It's because I think it was the World Cup tournament or something, like there was like a international football tournament was airing that weekend. So, in my opinion, that's the weekend you should have skipped. You should have said, look, we're going to have Doctor Who on next week, not this week, because everybody tuned to the football matches at that particular time, because it was all one big live event. And you can't, if you miss a live event, all your buddies are going to spoil it for you later. Did you watch the footy? Blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah. Yeah, that one, like I said, Planet, or Orphan 55, like I said, I've done, I don't know how, maybe two of you have listened to Dr. Freedom and Eric. I've done, episodes where I mentioned a planet where they all went extinct because they basically crapped on their ecosystem to the point it couldn't take it anymore. But I didn't say it was frickin' Earth in the end. It's like, Orphan 55 was really Earth. If they just done it as one of Earth's colonies, the message would have been gotten across. But, well, we have to explain why I can't take the TARDIS with them. There's episodes I really don't like because, they skip, there's suspension of disbelief. But when you get so far off out in left field that, nobody's going to be able to get the ball to you, it's just, oh, man. When you're out there where the buses don't run, that tells me the plot's just going off rails. And I'm mixing metaphors so bad I can feel my head spinning right now. Now, like I said, that's one. All right, thank you, Mellow373. Tanaya Miller has already said that they have cast the 14th Doctor, and she was saying this in cameo calls. She wasn't saying this. This was fans asking her questions. For those calls, you call them, you basically say, you pay so much for, an interview or a small thing with, an actor you like. And she told like 2 or 3 different people, probably for the BBC, sent their, finger men out to stop her. Or guys showed up in ninja suits, whatever, to say, don't do that no more. But she was saying that, the 14th Doctor was cast and that they will be fierce. Wasn't the ancient hemovore from the Doom? All right, which it could be. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Oh, that's a good one. He burped on the ear, Mommy. Cancel that, fat man. I think you're right. Yeah, the ancient hemovore. That was Curse of Fenric, if I remember properly. Yeah, I think it might have been. I feel bad. Like I said, the hard drive's running, but the access time. Like, I guarantee you about a half hour from now, I'm going to remember the exact line, and it won't make any damn sense. Ugh. Okay, so, like I said, a lot of this is rumor, kids. Don't take it as chiseled in stone. All right? It's just some things I'm hearing that's very disturbing because it's coming from a few different places. But like I said, at the same time, it doesn't make any sense. But the thing is, it's reaffirming me is, when does the BBC ever make sense? Ugh. Okay, so any more questions, queries? 2 things I'd like to see next year. You're never going to get that answer. And you're likely never going to see Carol Ann Ford back on the series. If they were going to do it, they should have done it by now. Like I said, it just ticks me off that if there were going to be 2 people other than Tom Baker who should have been in the 50th anniversary special, that's Carol Ann Ford and William Russell. And like I said, they blew that one scene of some Nimrod, no-name actor we never saw again. The doctor, your doctor friend wants to see you. Now let's waste time doing a big motorcycle stunt. How many of you guys thought Clara looked really hot on that bike? Oh yeah, it really got you excited, didn't it? I'm on, hands up if you were. Be honest. Seeing Claire on the motorcycle got you all bothered. I hope not, because the stunt guy for Clara who does the motorcycle work is a guy. But even the one in the skirt, which must be fun for that guy to film. I get paid to wear a skirt and look like Jenna Coleman from a distance. Yeah, there was another thing that I couldn't stand on a lot of reaction videos. Everybody bought into this fact that Missy was going to be the final incarnation of the Master. And I'm like, no. How do they explain that? They never have. Ever since the Master first appeared, all the way back in the Terror of the Autons, they've never explained how this guy dies and comes back all the time. Come on. I've seen him get blown away by the Eye of Harmony, escape the end of the episode. I've seen he got sucked into the Eye of Harmony in the TARDIS. He's been blown up, zonked, burned literally into flames by like a bridge coal charcoal fire, or a bridge for charcoal. Like I said, but they've never explained how the guy returned. So like I said, it'd be funny as hell if it turns out he was a timeless child, because that would explain a lot. Yeah, I've been considering, and like I said, for a long time, someone have been asking me about it, doing a Patreon channel, but it's like, I don't have anything I could sell yet. The only thing I would really use the money for is I'd really like to get, some celebrity voices back into the audio plays. But like I said, not everybody's a fan of those, because those are not cheap. That 34-second appearance by Sophie Aldred was not cheap at all. And she really cut costs so I could afford it. You can say it was kind of like a, not her choice thing. It was a regulation. She had to be paid for it, since it was technically an acting job. Yeah, the thing is this. Yeah, there is such a thing as overkilling a character. Even though I came up with the perfect, I know the perfect way they could bring River Song back to life, and I'm shocked they didn't use it. Anybody curious as to how? I'm going to tell you anyway in a minute, but any guesses as to how bring River Song back? And it'll work too. It's diabolical. That one blind chick. Okay. Interesting handle there. She didn't charge me for the, I never got charged for any of the intros. Because when they're doing those are interviews. Because when they're doing those, they're being themselves. Thank you, Philip, you got me. Exactly. All you got to do is take a flesh tank, hook it up to the library computer, and you've got instant River Song. Anybody remember the Almost People? That two-parter. All you got to do is take one of the flesh tanks over there, hook it up. Her essence is right there in the library computer. Put her into a flesh body. No, it was a Matt Smith episode. There was the Rebel Flesh and the Almost People. Like there, boom, done. Oh, okay, you are? Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought that was a handle. Well, it's nice to have you here. Yeah, I just thought that was a weird handle. Okay. So how's everybody doing out there? I'm on 2-week vacation now. Wawa. Yeah, a lot of people like, how much water do you drink? Let me see. At work, when I'm at work, depending on the day, I will drink 5 of these. And these are 25 ounces apiece. And that's over the course of 9 hours. So, when I'm off work, I'll still get maybe 2 or 3 of them in a day. Because, yeah, you see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize, that even if, your favorite character isn't back on the show, you can always go listen to Big Finish. And, I know I'm tempted to do some more videos with the Fallout settlements. but I want to find a way to make them come out better than they did. The last one, when I did a live stream, it was kind of blocky and all that. So I'm going to see if I can adjust the settings on this thing somehow to make it scroll a bit smoother before I do that again. Like I said, I'm new to this software. So, yeah, I do plan on doing more videos for, Fallout eventually. I'm hopefully getting, as I said, I got to get some tickets. I'm going to try to make Chicago TARDIS again this year, and I'm, hopefully going to meet Colin Baker and, have a chat with him. I didn't get a chance to meet, like Paul McGann when he was there and all that, because, like, I can't, I couldn't afford to do the VIP thing. Plus, we only go down for one night because our kiddies don't like us being gone too long, and the wife doesn't like leaving them alone for more than one night because then they freak out. So we usually go down there, do one night, aka 2 days, one night, then we come back. Also, it's like a 4-hour drive. It's like, damn. Actually, about 4.5, 5, depending on which route you take. I will not go through that Chicago loop again, nor will I go through those damn turnpikes again. That was highway robbery. I love that. Oh, by the way, you were supposed to pull off here. And I'm like, really? Where's the sign that said I had to do that? Do you like the KOTOR series? Yes. Matter of fact, back there in one of those bottom drawers, in that particular stand, I still have an original copy in the box of Knights of the Old Republic. The problem is I don't have an emulator to play it right now. I do have a couple of older systems I was thinking of, but the problem is I don't have a whole lot of space to set up another system in here. Oh, thank you. I really love it when I get compliments on those, because not only for me but for the people who take the time to do the other characters, because they're not being paid to do it, and they do amazing work for free, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they play out this. I don't know how many have watched the Picard teaser, but I'm looking forward to see how they play this out, because alternate timeline things can be very, very fun to play with, depending on, what direction they take with it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that works out. What is Picard doing in this alternate timeline? Is he like, the CNC of the Federation, or is he like, maybe he's Federation president? We don't know. So, also, don't forget Guinan is coming back in season 2. And that's the only reason I know that's because Patrick Stewart asked her to when he appeared on The View, and that clip went up all over the place. Trust me, I don't watch that show regularly. I just caught that clip because it popped up in my recommended. And just not a big fan. Plus, I don't do a whole lot of regular TV. I got streaming channels out the yin yang, through the smart TV, but the only pay service I have currently is Netflix. But thank you for the compliment on the audio plays. I'm trying to get the next chapter of Murder on the Chautauqua out, but we've, like I said, I've had a couple of crew members going through some things right now, and the problem is their voices were kind of like necessary to move the story forward. So, KOTOR 2, I don't know. It wasn't that bad though, but I still prefer the first one. Then they also played Dark Forces. That's why I damn near jumped out of my seat when I saw the Dark Troopers appear on The Mandalorian, because I'd played Dark Forces 2, and things like that back in the day. I even had Jedi Knight. I think he even played Jedi Academy. I had all those early games like TIE Fighter, X-Wing Alliance, all those things. So that's why I was also jumping for joy when we had, C. Andrew Nelson come on the show, because, he had actually worked on a lot of those games. Yeah, I know the feeling. Like I said, when they brought us back from the COVID break on Let me see. That was that was April 9th to June 7th. When we brought back, we came back on June 7th. They immediately had us on 6 9-hour days for 2 weeks in a row. And this last week we did 4 9-hour days and an 8-hour Friday. That's because they weren't allowed to work us more because of a contract thing with it being for a holiday and shutdown. They couldn't work us 9 hours on Friday, or they would have. And like I said, we come back after 2 weeks. What happened was they already had our shutdown scheduled and they didn't cancel it. So we're doing 2 weeks off, and this is my vacation. So it's kind of weird, taking 2 weeks off after you took 2 months off not too long ago. But yeah, like I said, I was never a fan of Gotham because I'm really sick of prequel series. Like now, Jensen Ackles is trying to make a prequel Supernatural series, and I'm like, no. So it's like, yeah, I just, like I said, for me, Gotham was Batman not included. That's what I called it. Krypton was Superman not included. It's like, I knew Gotham was going to end because I'm like, well, they're sooner or later, they're going to run out of villains to do backstories on. So it's kind of destined to be over with, sooner or later. Oh, look, there's a guy, it's supposedly Joker. He's got to be the Penguin. Who gives a shit? I don't care. All that to build up to that last few minutes, where you actually see Batman at the very end, apparently. Because somebody showed me the clip of that. Yeah, Batwoman, I really tried to watch. I really did. I made it maybe a little over half through Series 1, and I turned it off. Because, like I said, it's just, the villain was just really, really cookie cutter. Alice to me was like, oh, look, another insane villain, yippee-ki-yay, who cares? It's like, there's so many sane characters out there who make really great villains. Like, Lex Luthor, he wasn't insane. He was just, too ambitious for his own good. Villains like that, like Kingpin, See what I mean? It's like they weren't, insane. They didn't have to be insane, psycho and murderers. Sure, they didn't give a damn about everybody else, but yeah, Alice, I just could not stand her anymore. And, she's still popping up here and there. It's like, I didn't give a crap about her after the first few episodes. And then it's like, oh, she's secretly my sister. I'm done. Oh, we're going to have the parallel universe sister pop in so we can conveniently kill her off. I'm done. Yeah, Titans I liked. Doom Patrol, like I said, I mainly watched Doom Patrol for a laugh. And like I said, they still have their great moments, though. It's a really great cast on Doom Patrol and Titans. Now, there's a rumor going around that they only filmed 6 episodes for Series 13, and then the last ones they're filming now are for the specials. But like I said, we don't have that chiseled in stone. They could always film those specials later this year before Christmas and still get within the boundaries of Jodie's contract for an additional year that she signed for. Like I said, from what I knew, Jodie was the first Doctor since they came back in 2005 to sign a multi-year. That was a 3-year contract. And then, as far as I know, I think they signed Chibnall to the standard 5-year for a showrunner. And I said, so like I said, so when you have nothing new to say nothing. Okay, then. I don't have HBO Max, so I can't watch Titans or Doom Patrol. I don't either. But okay, I won't say any more on that subject. Plus, I knew that show when I heard that, Ruby Rose was dropping out, and it's like, okay, we're just going to replace Batwoman. And then I read the character description. I'm like, wait. This is going to be the person taking over the Cape and Cowl? At that point, I wasn't even curious to watch it to see how they brought in the new Batwoman. Yes. I tried to get into Superman and Lois and I couldn't. Stargirl's pretty good. Matter of fact, I was sitting there watching Stargirl. I was expecting to be let down. You know, because it's like, come on, look at all these shows going on right now. You know, blah blah. Yeah, but you know, it really wowed me. Yeah, Michelle Gomez. Yeah, going to be in Doom Patrol. I can't wait to see what they got her doing. That lady's just wackety. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next series of Picard. You'll see where they're going with this. Yeah, like I said, I really tried to watch Batwoman. I really did. And I just, eh. It's like, sorry, when it gets to the point I'd rather have, you know, bamboo shoved under my fingernails, it's time to turn it off. Oh, yeah, she's an amazing actress. Yeah, I really enjoy Stargirl. Oh, well, like I said, it's getting what time here? Let me take a look at the time because I do have to get going. I got some stuff I got to do here, so. Okay, everyone, I'm going to run off for now. But like I said, remember, a lot of this stuff is rumor, so don't go crazy. If I hear any more about it that confirms any of it, I'll pass it on to you when I do hear it. You know, stay safe out there. You know, do what you got to do. Wash your hands. Wear a mask if you gotta. Like I said, I got vaccinated a while back, so I usually don't have to worry about it in stores anymore. They'll probably try to do it. The reboot TNG because they've hit as far as I think they're going to go with the original series as far as movies go. It could happen because we know Guinan's coming back and we know Q's coming back. They could cross paths. So take care, everyone. I'm going to run for the hills. Have a great night. And like I said, hopefully I'll see you again soon because I'm off these next 2 weeks. So if I got some time, I'll pop in and say hello every now and then. So good night. Take care.